Howdy, it's finally time to leave London. I arrived back from Africa to London almost 2 years ago now, and pretty much the whole time I've been working as a bike courier. Quickly into my job, a mate at work had another friend who was selling a cargo bike. The guy had gotten into meth, not my friend, the friend of the friend, and needed to sell his cargo bike to pay for his debt. He was an ex-courier too. Obviously, ethically, not great that I was buying it, but if the guy's selling it and it's got to go, I'm more than happy to get a deal. I got the bike for £1,000 and I could have resold it easily for double. But once I got it, I realised how light it was compared to the cargo bikes we use for work. And I decided that I can tour with it. I want to thank Gutek, our bike mechanic from work, for switching over all the old parts from my old bike onto the new one with some new bits thrown in. I should have been able to do this myself, but realistically I was a bit out of my depth with an entire group set change, so I really couldn't have done it without him, and thank you. Although this bike is heavier, much less convenient to travel with on public transport or with planes, I did some looking online and it seems no one's done the world yet on a cargo bike, and the distance I have left through Asia and the Americas is enough to technically cycle around the world, although I won't be officially lodging anything with Guinness because you have to jump through lots and lots of hoops to do that. I decided to donate my old bike to the Floating Bike Shop, who you may have seen on the internet. He's got an Instagram and TikTok, I think. The bike would have been too difficult to sell as there were too many odd parts, and I just wanted it to go to a good home. So here I am cycling it to his Floating Bike Shop on a canal near to where I was living in Hackney. When I first came back to the UK, in my head I was, alright, I'm just going to be here for 6 months, earn my money, then I'll, go off again. And I've ended up kind of reconnecting with the city I come from and have made lots of new friends and have put down roots, and it's going to be hard to leave. It has been hard to leave. So I just want to thank all my friends, new and old, for making it hard to leave. And I'm going to miss you all dearly.
I guess it's lead. Maybe not.
What are your comments on that?
Bloody hurt your head.
I can't believe it's me.
Hi. Say bye, Oscar.
Bye, Oscar.
Say bye, Oscar.
Hi, Oscar.
You don't say it.
Hi, bye. Bye, Oscar.
Bye, Oscar. Good luck.
Bye, Oscar.
Is he on?
I've got a small chest mount thing. I'm probably walk into markets and then get something like that. Yeah. Waterproof. Yeah.
So, packing the bike. My mate Dan's come from Hastings to help me. Also to help me carry it tomorrow. And this is a box I got from Paradise Cycles. Thank you to them. Yeah, it's from another cargo bike, so it should fit the beast.
You somewhere meet up with you and do shit like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
See Jordan in New Zealand.
We'll buy a village somewhere.
Maybe put your hand in first. Something different.
Leaving day was incredibly stressful. It was pouring with rain, and that just made everything much harder. When you fly with a bike and you don't have a lift to the airport, you just have to keep bringing Ubers basically. And most of them will say no and you have to try again. And flying with a cargo bike in an extra large, wet, heavy box means you're going to get told even more. We rang one turned up and it didn't fit in the car. So I decided, I'd had a train ticket booked just in case from Liverpool Street. So I decided, let's carry the bike to the bus stop. We did that, it took about 40 minutes, and then we didn't get let on the bus. On this day, there was a car-free day in London, so transport wasn't really working. Really bad day to have that happening. Once we were at the bus stop, I tried again with another Uber, and one guy eventually let me in the car. I had to tip him 20 quid, which is fine. But that means I spent 120 quid to get to the airport. And then we got to the airport 3 hours early. But because the box was now wet, it was a few kilos heavier, making it over the weight limit. And I spent 3 hours queuing up, trying again on the scales, taking things out. I checked in another bag for £200, which is awful to do because it was only a few small items. Just before taking off, one of the attendants read out, I think, was trying to read out my name, but it said, Mr. Edwards, please make yourself known, which is one of my middle names. But I wasn't 100% sure it was me, and then I spent the whole flights thinking they've definitely messed up, like one of my bags won't get here, and then somehow miraculously at 4 a.m. I arrived to Pakistan with all my things arrived, ready to start my adventure. Made it just about. Ooh, that's some damage there. Ay, okay, but it looks alright. I'm out of the bag here. I'm still waiting on one more. And the third one. I can't believe it. Oh my god. They have removed all of the tape from the top, I think, to have a look inside, and then they just haven't put it back, which is really shite, actually. But yeah, we'll see if there's anything missing. Top of the morning. I'm out on my first mission in Karachi. I've got to get some cash out for Bossman for the hotel. There were 2 ATMs at the airport that didn't work yesterday. This is my room. There's a bit of a view. It's absolutely boiling. So I've had the aircon on the whole time. But yeah, let's go out and see what's going on. Yeah, man. When I'd arrived in the middle of the night coming from the airport, the streets of Karachi had looked quite dodgy. I remember writing in one of the group chats, it looks like a man Jordan had started smoking crack. Lots of like homeless people around and stray dogs, and it looked quite rough. But when I got into the city around where my hotel was, it was still busy and hectic, but nowhere near as bad as the middle of the night in the kind of dodgy area I was driving through. Cycling in the traffic here was a bit of a challenge, but I took the same kind of technique I would when I'm crossing roads in a developing country, where if I need to cross a junction, I just hide behind a car or a local crossing and then just copy what they're doing. On this day, I wasn't out long enough to do anything proper. I just kind of cycled to the beach, found cash to get out, and then went back to my hotel room to cool off.
I haven't filmed any social interactions, but everyone I've met has been very, very kind. Everyone's saying like, welcome to Pakistan, thank you for coming, and yeah, asking questions about the bike. It's been very nice. Just a short day out, it's very hot. It's mid-30s degrees Celsius. But yeah, back to the aircon. I've stocked up with water and had a bit of food. Yeah.